Professor, what I was talking to you was that, in our language training program, summer internship that we do, we have one important function to play. And that function is to empower, language professionals with introduction to various dimensions of languages. So for example, traditionally we have dimensions like translation, interpretation, as well as, content writing or teaching. These are traditional set of activities that most of the language people do. But there are some other dimensions also, and which most of the people ignore because it is not part of the course curriculum in their colleges or universities. For example, we ignore something called, entrepreneurship. We ignore understanding of project management. We ignore understanding of many times CAT tools, computer assisted translation tools or memory tools. We do not have understanding of how to enter into a contract. People do not understand, the details of, for example, working under a team. All these activities, are practical dimensions of language professional. And if we increase our horizons in all these sectors, what happens? We develop confidence in our own self, number one. There is a change in personality. Invisibility of language professionals, which is generally talked always in academics, invisible translators. They remain secretaries of a writer. So this invisibility kind of thing, we are able to at least break through and add some dimensions to it. So the idea is to empower people in such a way that they are no more interested in being invisible. They become visible. And visibility comes when you have knowledge, when you have, project management skills, when you have IT skills, when you have social media marketing skills. So when you are empowered, you know that who you are. So that discovery of self, helps our language professionals to develop pride in their activities and motivation. So once you get motivated and you know that these are the paths, that you can choose or you can build on, our purpose of summer internship, is solved. We achieve our aims. So in doing all this activity, one of those dimensions is transcription and subtitling. So when we are doing transcription, they have variety of purposes. And because of this, Google phenomena, technology, IT, access to information, etc., etc., now everybody is empowered to create content. And in addition to written content, you also create voice content, you also create video contents. So the opportunities, in last 5 or 10 years have become manifold. I mean, it is such a big opportunity that industry experts are unable to measure it, I mean, it's like explosion of opportunities for language professionals. So in this explosion, if you don't take advantage by, adding more dimensions to your language capabilities, you will be the fullest person, of this universe. So that is the idea behind that we are now today planning for a webinar on transcription as well as subtitling, because both are, interlinked. So for example, if there is a video, what we do, if there is a video in English, right? So for example, if I make one video for our company or our language, community channel, Modlingua, suppose I make a video in English, okay? And most of my contacts or students are English speaking, right? But in reality, in India, only 2 to 3% people speak English. But what about 97% that used population? You know, the content has already been created after efforts. Research has been done. The only thing that is left behind is making it into Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Marathi, Malayalam, or if I wanted to target, let's say, France or African countries or Egypt, I talk, or Morocco, I will create content in Arabic or French or Spanish, no? Similarly, if I wanted to reach out to friends in Italia, I will talk to them in Italian language. So, you know, this base thing is created after research, longer efforts. And then the only capability that comes into picture is our linguistic capabilities. If we are able to make use of our language capability, we can go multilingual. So one video which you have made can reach out to, you know, various dimensions of the globe, you know. And this is what is the main phenomena behind even subtitling of movies. When a movie gets success in one country, and if it has high value, most of these movies are dubbed into another language. But before dubbing, what happens? Transcription takes place. After transcription, subtitling takes place. And then third level comes voiceover. So voiceover part is little more technical. That's why I have not added. But maybe if need arises, we will be able to do voiceover part as well. But in our webinar for tomorrow, we are planning transcription first, and then subtitling, and then in third stage, in the part of the same seminar, we would like to cover it for YouTube. So in this direction, Margaret has already done one subtitling for us for YouTube video.
Yes.
And Vinita has explained that, you know, she has some experience because in her office she has worked in doing some transcription work. Suvangi is yet to achieve, you know, that goal. So this is what is in brief, you know, our plan for webinar. So Doctor, you could like to say something on this before I pass it on to Margaret, who will be our main, webinar presenter tomorrow.
You are doing a great job.
Thank you.
And I am looking forward to see what Margaret?
Yes, Margaret. Yeah.
Margaret is going to present. Yes. So I'm all ears.
Okay, great, great. So Margaret, now tell me what is your plan? I have received your PPT and I have also given you some pointers, you know. So do you want to say something and how you want to plan? Let's finalize it and get ready for tomorrow, right?
Yes. So for tomorrow, as Mr. Ravi Kumar said, I'm going to talk about transcription and subtitling. So we're going to see into detail what transcription is and which are the best strategies for creating a great transcription. And we're going to do the same with subtitling. So we're going to see what subtitling is and how we can create high quality subtitles. And then with, sorry, I don't remember her name.
Vinita?
Vinita, yes. With Vinita, we're going to see how to create video subtitles for YouTube videos. Because as you said, we are like nowadays, subtitles and captions are getting more and more important because if we want to reach a wider public, we need to not only speak English, but also be able to be in contact with people that speak different languages. So for instance, when I translated the video for Modlingua's YouTube channel, it means that now Italians that cannot speak English can read the subtitles in Italian, and so we can reach them. And also captions in English are important, for instance, for the deaf and hard of hearing people that cannot hear. So of course, captions are important to them to understand what's going on in the video. And yes?
Yeah,
So,
go ahead. Yeah.
okay, so we're going to see this. Of course, subtitling and transcription are important in films, movies, but nowadays they are really important, especially as entrepreneurs. If we are creating videos for YouTube, for instance, and we want to engage with people from all over the world, well, it's better if we have subtitling and also captions. Also because it increases the CEO of our video, because if we add captions and subtitles, it means that the search engines can read our transcription, so they catalog it somehow, and then they can put it into their engine. So it means that it's better for even for our advertisement, because we can reach a higher score in CEO.
Right. So in our plan tomorrow, Vinita, are you there?
Yes, sir. Here only.
Okay, Vinita. So you will be handling how to do subtitling for YouTube. Okay.
Okay, sir.
And Margaret will overall be doing the presentation.
Yes.
So Subhangi, what is your role here now? What are you planning to do?
So as you have already said, I would be a prompter since I do not have any such experiences in subtitling or transcription. So I was thinking if Miss Margaret or Miss Anita could give me any topic, or they think or you think that I could do that, so I will do that.
Okay. So now in order to sync all these three people, I have a plan. The plan is I will give you one video of 1 minute, which is our corporate profile, Modlingua's corporate profile. Okay. So what you will do transcription of that yourself, right? And Vinita, you are Hindi speaker, no?
Yes, sir. Hindi only.
So after you do the transcription, you will do the translation of that in Hindi. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
Subhangi, you also do translation in Hindi.
Okay.
Or what is your language? Another one, German or French?
So yes, German.
German. So you do translation in German.
Okay.
And Margaret will do it in Italian.
Okay.
Okay? So now what will happen? All these three will share your experience, what problems you faced, and I will give you, when you have discussed all these things, I will give you solutions how to improve it better.
Okay.
Right? So this case study will be our basis of unity.
Okay.
And if you have done the problems, you know how to solve it, you will be able to practically demonstrate it. The viewers who will be watching us and the interns who will be watching us, they will have three views, three problems to be solved in one go. So they will feel, much better integrated into learning process. And our professor will be, helping us with her wisdom on, research activities that we, how to do much better. What you say, Professor?
I think that that's a great idea to really put them into, you are throwing them into the water.
Right, that's the idea. Yeah.
That's the best method.
Right.
To teach people. Yeah,
yes.
I think that's a great idea.
So
and
now, you know what I will do after this session, I have another full plan for all interns. We have around 160 videos on YouTube channel. Okay,
Oh, yeah.
and 100 plus interns. So each one will do one transcription, caption, and one subtitling of the same. So that way they will have a hands-on experience, and our Modlingua channel will have caption as well as transcription of subtitling of the videos. Many of in last year program, many of the interns have already done that. We will check, but this way we will be able to kind of increase one level better of the internship program also, as well as the capabilities of the intern. They will feel confident, and it is a big deal. I'm telling you nowadays, sitting at home, if you get a business of doing transcription of, let's say, a conference, can you imagine? You will have knowledge. You learn while doing transcription. You will have powerhouse of knowledge.
Exactly.
And at the same time, you will develop your research capabilities, and you will learn as well, sitting at home. So if this capability is developed, I mean, I believe it will be our success, of the program.
Yeah.
So I guess what that is what is the plan. If you have any suggestions, any comments, or any idea, please share before we close.
Yeah, but I think that you got it all, and that's a great idea. And as I told you earlier, you are doing a great job, really. I really congratulate you on what you're doing, because that's you're empowering young people.
Right.
You're really empowering them.
Thanks a lot. Any questions, any doubts, Margaret or Subhangi or Vinita?
Yes, because we are going also to talk about business and remuneration.
Right.
So I was thinking maybe Shubhangi could work on this with us as well, if she doesn't want to do this alone.
Yeah, good idea. Subhangi, what do you say?
I am so thankful for, first of all, to Ravi sir, that even after having no experience in this, he has chosen me over all other interns to be a part of this. And now that you are asking, you are giving me an opportunity to present it with you, along with you, it's even a bigger chance for me.
So you will have to study, the business of
okay, no problem.
Right?
No problem. I'll do that.
Try to find out some proper kind of index of price factor, on variety of topics, variety of subject matters, and generally transcription is judged on the basis of per minute business. So if it is a small project like 10 minutes, you just give a lump sum amount. But when it is, let's say, 100 minutes, 500 minutes, 600 minutes, then it is always a minute thing that counts.
Yeah.
So there is always a minimum cost involved of a project. Suppose if somebody gives you a 1 minute of video, you will not say, I will charge you $5 and be happy with that. Because $5 is there is an inertia cost involved in any project, So there has to have a minimum cost, let's say $25 or $50. That should be your benchmark. And then additions, for example, if you take an auto rickshaw or any taxi, they start with €5 or $5, and then per kilometer. So similarly, even in transcription, there are some people who act smart. They tell you that we have so many hours of project, and they ask you for a best rate. And after you give them based on your number of hours, you give your best, thinking that there is a bulk project, and they later on they say only 10 minutes for you. And they tell you to charge on the same basis which you have quoted. Can you imagine? There are smart people in this world. So you have to be smart enough to counter them as well.
Yeah.
So these things we will discuss, in our tomorrow's webinar. So that's all. Thank you, my friends, and thank you.
Thank you.
Yamina.
Thank you, and good luck. Good luck to all of you. Can you send me the short excerpt you are going to send them for transcription? So
yes, I will send
myself. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So good luck. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Chalo, take care. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye.